.105 John Wilson Way, the home of Oakwood High School. The Hawks back in action on NorCal Sports TV. Jeremy Hurtado is by my side. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. We just heard Sadie Avila sing the national anthem. A beautiful rendition. We're going to see her throughout the night as we have two other games coming your way right here on NorCal Sports TV. But Oakwood High School, the Hawks, welcoming in Ceiba College Prep, in which they just rolled into the auditorium about 15 minutes ago. But the thing is, they only have 4 players.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was a little miscommunication there. Some of the girls saying, hey, I thought the game started at 5. We got here a little early, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're getting ready to tip off. Let's go play. So they got 4 girls. They're going to start the game on time because we've got 2 other games tonight, like they were saying. So, you know, as those players roll in for Ceiba, then they'll slide into the lineup. But right now it's 5-on-4 to start the game. And kind of an unusual way to start your season if you're Ceiba, right? I mean, this is your first game of the year. You travel down the road 40 minutes via the vehicle, only about 15 miles from Watsonville, but still get a chance to come out here and play your first game. And in Oakwood, they're celebrating FanFest tonight, so we'll be talking about that throughout the game.
FanFest, exactly right. 41 athletic teams at this school, and that combines everything from the high school, middle school, and lower. And tonight they're having multiple different events through soccer, girls basketball, girls soccer, boys basketball, tennis, wrestling even, and the high school cheer team, which we will see inside this gymnasium tonight as the varsity boys will face off against Pacific Grove. But before we get there, we have this beautiful varsity girls matchup. We were talking to some of the Oakwood players before the game, and they were saying, well, scoring is not necessarily my strength, more defensive and these types of things, and we're excited to see them out on the court, as for a moment there, we didn't think there was going to be a game.
Yeah, it was questionable there for a while. I know when some of the Spartans started showing up, there was excitement from the girls here from Oakwood. They were like, all right, we get to play a game.
Oakwood wins the tip, immediately goes down, dumps it off, hangs on the rim, but falls out on the first possession. The Spartans will grab the rebound. Oakwood trying to attack initially with Olivia Wong, who is the team's leading scorer for Oakwood. Unfortunately, just smokes the layup as initial game nerves get to her. Oakwood 2-0 in league play, 6-2 overall on a 5-game winning streak. When you break down their points per game, they score roughly 32.5 points, only allowing just under 20. So their offense is fairly strong. Their defense is even better.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out tonight. I know a lot of missed shots here early, like you said, little jitters getting to play here, and then the big-time gym and on TV for the first time this year for Oakwood. But, hey, so far, unable to get a shot to fall.
Offense is looking good. Good movement of the ball, getting open shots as here's a steal, a takeaway. Kaylee Barlicks all the way in with the right hand, gets the toilet bowl roll. The junior point guard for the Hawks able to knock down the first shot.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a defense leading the offense. They got the steal, took it all the way down the court. Nobody stopped her, and then we get another defensive steal on the other end.
Aria Vade, the junior center, nearly given up. Hawks jump right back on it in this possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock, up 2-0 as they get it underneath. Right-hand lay off the box and in. That is Michaela Coley, the sophomore small forward. And we noticed her pregame not necessarily warming up too early. She was a little late to get out on the court, but being one of the first two players to score, you can recognize the talent that she has out there. As she is also one of the leading scorers on the team.
Here we go. Substitutes, refreshment, or extras coming flying into the gym for Ceiba and running to the bench. And the officials saying, hey, get one in as soon as they're ready to go. They got the game stopped here trying to help out. Got one in on the court. I think that's Melissa Irieta. Oh, yeah, it might be 10. Excuse me, Espinoza in there. Yes. Good job, Levi. You got the younger eyes. It's hard, too. Some girls with the ponytail, you got to kind of dodge around the ponytail to see the numbers.
You said good eyes, and for some reason, I've never worn glasses in my life, and I still went to my face like to focus my glasses. Oakwood, another takeaway, left-hand lay. There it goes for Olivia Wong, a junior guard. Once again, the team's leading scorer. Absolute powerhouse for this Oakwood Hawks team. And we had a chance to talk to head coach Court Jensen before the game started, and he told us a little bit about the PCAL, which is the league that both of these teams play in. And as we look at it on our sheet, there is 8 teams, Oakwood being the number 1 spot at the bottom, Ceiba and Monterey Bay Academy, but there's more than just 8 teams.
Yeah, what they do is it's kind of interesting that I think he said there was like 32 teams or something like that in the league. And every year they get together and they basically competitive balance the league and say, okay, we think we're going to be one of the top 8 teams, so we're going to be in here Tier 1. We might be the middle 8 teams. We're going to be in Tier 2. And then if we're kind of struggling or having a lesser, outcome or turnout, we're going to be in Tier 3. And then they break that into 3 different leagues and get to play. And I kind of like that idea. Hey, if you're really good one year, hey, we're going to move up and play, middle tier or upper tier. And if you're struggling, you get a chance to play against teams that are even to you. And you're not really looking at that, hey, we got to go play this team and they're loaded and we got 5 girls. And then, so it kind of helps out.
And when you look at the junior varsity, the varsity teams for boys basketball, we are going to see some of the top in the PCAL. Unfortunately, as Court Jensen told us, the girls are at the bottom. And what's difficult about that and what we learned last week or a couple days ago and in today's game is that some of these teams just don't actually have a team itself. They got a victory from Chartwell as it was a forfeit. They don't even have a team this year. With Ceiba, we thought maybe the same thing as they were very late to show up, but as you said, they just didn't realize the game time was at 4 and not 5 like normal.
Another easy steal and layup for Wong if she gets 2 more points. Hawks out to a 9-0 lead.
Spartans once again now with 5 as they get caught traveling at the top. Wanted to go left, had to decide and go right. Unfortunately, traveling was Crystal Silva. These two teams have faced off 11 different times. This is the 12th since 2016, and in that first meeting, it was their closest battle. It was a 6-point win for Oakwood, and they've won it every year since, going 11-0 against Ceiba in their playing history. Wong back underneath, got a soft kiss off the glass, but it still went over the top. Fighting for it underneath, Oakwood retains possession, and this is denied by the bottom of the backboard. Oakwood's defense trying to get it right back, but the Spartans will be able to bring this past the halfway point as we are near the halfway point in quarter 1 with the Hawks 9-0. Outside 3, looks good, rattles off. The fight for the board gets taken by Wong.
Yeah, good shot there. Velasquez gets it up. It's just unfortunate it doesn't get to go, and then we get a timeout called.
Yeah, Coach Jensen wants to take a quick break because we have 4:15 to go, and we'll take a look at this from Oakwood Athletics. Oakwood Hawk basketball on NorCal Sports TV for FanFest. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. He's Jeremy Hurtado in Morgan Hill. Jeremy, we had a 3-hour drive this morning. Got to stop at a fantastic newer restaurant, Nola. Not an official sponsor, but I just had to give them a quick shout out as they had fantastic food. Gumbo, the fried catfish, absolutely amazing.
No, absolutely was. It was definitely worth the trip, and it's only about 12 minutes or so away from the gym here, so it was a nice, easy place to kind of get some food and then come check out Oakwood Hawks basketball. And, hey, if you're in the area, 2 more games tonight. Come out 5:30 and 7. 7 o'clock game is supposed to be a pretty good game here. Got some talented players coming in from both teams, so it should be an interesting game.
Wong gets that one off the box as it rattles through, and the Hawks go up 11-0. And we both love food. That's why I talked about Nola's Kitchen. Although here at Oakwood tonight for FanFest, not only is it free admission, there's free giveaways, there's free hot dogs and snacks as well. The Snack Shack is going to be open where you can buy some things, but they actually have free food, free hot dogs outside. So you can get free entertainment and free dinner here at Oakwood High School as the Hawks dominating in the first of 3 games tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the idea. It's kind of like the open house type of situation, right? Hey, we got all this stuff going on campus today. Come check us out. They call it FanFest. I love the idea of giving out, free entrance, free food, snacks. They got another gym. They got middle school basketball going on. They got middle school wrestling going on tonight. And right behind us, you got the tennis courts working. They have a soccer game going on tonight. So lots of stuff going on, lots of activities. Really shows the school spirit of bringing all this athletics here for the school. So, if you can, get out here, check it out.
Before COVID, during COVID, I was out here quite a bit broadcasting the games because they weren't allowing too many people in here. And it was a very, very fun time. I loved coming out here despite having such a long distance to travel. Although I would come out here for a game just to enjoy it. And Coach Jensen was telling us, he wants to get some more of the community involved. And I'm not part of the community, but I'd still be here. So I don't know why some other people aren't.
No, absolutely. And then we get another travel call. There is Silva just tried to step through and lost balance there as she was going to take off, I think. So Oakwood takes over again, 13-0. Checking into the game. Also for Oakwood, Lucia Benino. Got a chance to kind of talk to her before the game a little bit.
Here she is now on the right side wing. Halfway through the shot clock, tries to force it towards the middle. Ball mixed up, gets her hands back on it, gets through two defenders, goes baseline. Calling for it down on the low block is Aria Vade. Stepping on the baseline is Bonino to turn it over. Two minutes to go in quarter one. Hawks 13, Spartans 0. Hawks in the white, Spartans in the teal. Seafoam green, if you will.
I love it. I love the color. I love the uniform designs. Only thing I wish the numbers on the jerseys were in white, outlined in black. I wish it would flip that. It would make it a little easier for us broadcasters to read the numbers. But other than that, I love the color choices.
Here's Bonino kicking right side to the open Deshpande. At the top, great defense by the Spartans. Sticking close with it is Azalea Espinoza. Baseline shot from the short corner, not going to go as it banks off the side. Looks like maybe got away with the travel, and the Hawks will turn it into points.
Natalie Chavez getting it to go. Freshman getting points down low.
Swing around the outside, playing the 3-2. This is going to be taken by Aria Vade before the Spartans can beat them back to pick it up. Last touch out of bounds. Actually a kicking violation. This will go the Spartans' direction. Minutes turns to seconds in Morgan Hill for game one.
I started the clock. The clock in the gym did not start.
Looking for a drive inside, keeping the ball outside the arc. 10 seconds to shoot for the Spartans. Still scoreless in the first quarter. Needing to get a shot off. 5 to release. And that will be a shot clock violation. So the shot clock never actually went off, but the clock was a little late to start.
Then it reset all of a sudden for no reason.
And I don't like that call, and I'll tell you why. If the clock doesn't start, you can stop the game. You have them re-enter the ball, and you could either reset the clock or just say, no, we're going to restart from where it was. And so you should allow that final 2 seconds to get off. It didn't look like the Spartans were going to get a shot off, but the Hawks do here as that splashes in from the outside. Gabby Zelanik, the sophomore guard, able to splash that through from deep.
Now let's see if the Spartans can get a shot off here at the end of the quarter.
Unable to do so, but the Hawks offense rolling early, 18-0, leading Ceiba College Prep. You're watching Oakwood High School basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Ten seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Oakwood High School basketball on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Jeremy Hurtado with me. Jeremy, 18-0 start. Oakwood, we knew they were going to be good as they are at the top of this specific conference, but did we know that they were going to be this good?
I think it's kind of a combination. Ceiba's playing their first game. Looked like a little nerves from the players trying to get things settled in. And you know, when you get that first live action, it's a little difficult sometimes to replicate in practice, especially when you have, you know, short numbers. So I expect, you know, things to kind of settle down a little bit for Ceiba. I think they got a couple girls out there that can score, 11, and one being one of them. Velasquez, and then I think Silva might kind of make some noise here as we go on. But as far as Oakwood goes, yeah, I mean, they're doing everything they wanted, right? You got a pretty packed house now as the middle school students have come and kind of check out the basketball game and talk about getting your community involved. You know, bring the middle school kids out and they get a chance to watch a game. I gotta love that here. And the after-school programs bringing their kids out to check out the basketball program.
Bonino snags the board. And how often in basketball do you actually get to bring in extra bleachers? That's just something that you don't get to see. And today in Oakwood, they brought out the extra bleachers as they do expect a packed house. Remember, free admission. So if you're watching this and you're within 30 minutes, maybe even 2 hours, you can get here for the varsity game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for that varsity game, you got some players on both teams that are going to, you know, be guys to watch. So should be an interesting basketball game come 7 o'clock tonight here at Oakwood. And we got things reset here. Oh. We got running clock here going. That's what the situation is. So the ref's fixing that. So
Bonino, the catalyst on the baseline, looking to throw this in. On the court right now for the Hawks is their top defender, according to Coach Jensen, Deshpande. Representing the number 10 jersey there. Rebound, put back, up and in. Got it to go. 20 points for the Hawks. Spartans kick this to the left side. There's Deshpande. It's again the top defender, able to strip that, although shuffling her feet a little bit too much as she did have full possession. Will turn this ball right back over to the Spartans.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, he just kind of got the hand in there, and then I think they just kind of got tangled up and forgot, you know, what was going on there and shuffled the feet. Turns the ball back over, but still good defensive there by the Oakwood. And you see, I know Coach going to be still watching the game saying, hey, we got to make sure to take care of our stuff. We don't have to worry about the opponents. You got to get better because you got games coming up in the league next week that are important.
Hawks do very well when they're at home. 4-1 this season, playing 5 of their 7 games on this same court. Their only loss when playing at home was the first game of the season back on December 5th when they took a 5-point loss to McDonald out of San Jose, 29-24.
Oh, and again, just playing a little too fast there at Ceiba. They try to get things going up court and lose control once again.
Zelenik will get credit for the steal as Bonino will bring the ball past the midway point. High post shot won't go. Zelenik, the sophomore, trying to get her third made basket of the day. Won't do so in this possession. 5 minutes to go in the half. Hawks up 20-0, shutting out the Ceiba Spartans.
Alaska is not afraid to shoot a shot. Thought she should have taken it the possession before, that she had the basketball and she had a shot and she passed it up and they turned it over.
More substitutions coming in for Oakwood, including Olivia Wong back in play. She was the one who started for the Hawks and did everything when it came down offensively. Gianna Garcia also back in for Oakwood. She's actually a multi-star athlete, not just in basketball, but also in volleyball. Garcia just a junior, so you'll have another year to see her both on the court, on basketball, and in volleyball. Dish down to the low side. Got it to go with the right-hand hook. Cici Chen, the freshman center, international student from China. Top of the arc three. Looked like a decent line, just too much power. Here's Wong. with speed, scooping up with the right hand. Got denied by the backboard, but here are the Hawks again offensively, not giving this up. Long double teamed in the corner. Goes baseline, gives this out to the far side. Long two will go from Zelenik, gets it again. She has 4 made baskets today.
Yeah, they called it a 3 there late, so. But they gave her 4 for it, so we'll just go give her 4 too.
24.
It's the old ABA 4-point basket, right? The light was rolling.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters as well. They have that 4-point spot. Actually, I think they changed it to a 4-point line now, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
Hawks 24, Spartans 0, 2:45 to go in quarter 2. Hawks showing up on Fan Fest night. I mean, of course, you want to see some competitive games, but what's better than your team winning?
No, absolutely. And you know, we're getting to around the halftime mark. Isn't there something special going on at halftime?
Yes, that is correct. Thanks for reminding me, Jeremy.
That's what I'm here for.
Oakwood bringing the games not only to the players, but also to the fans and other students. The principal, Christine Shells, is actually going to be out here on the court during halftime with lower school kids. They have the different levels. They have the high school, the middle school, and then the elementary school, of course. And so she is going to be hosting a knockout game between the lower school students. And Coach wants us to broadcast that, so you can join me for that during halftime. And I'm sure Jeremy will talk a little bit during that, but I know you need your beauty sleep.
My nap time, yeah,
you need your halftime nap.
Us older folks need to take a nap every now and then and get that in when we can. And a 3-hour drive here, you got to sneak those naps in when you can.
So that'll be happening here in just a couple minutes as the Hawks continue to dominate offensively. That makes it a 26-0 score, but you can join Principal Christine Shells during the halftime and myself on NorCal Sports TV as we will bring you that knockout game. And it's always fun to see kids play knockout because sometimes you have those smaller kids that can't shoot the ball very well, but they're fast and they can make that basket when in the time that they need, while other kids, maybe they have the strength to get it there, but then they don't have the accuracy, and it evens out the game. Where as long as you can get that ball over the rim, you have a chance to win that game. There's
absolutely.
nothing better than winning.
And watching K through 5th graders play a knockout game against a principal for prizes, you got to love that, right? I mean, that just shows that community spirit and the ability to come out here and, you know, hey, you're the principal of the school, but you're going to come out here, you're going to play knockout against kids on the basketball court in front of stands. I mean, that's got to love that.
And we will have other halftime show as we have a knockdown triple from number 3, Kaylee Barlix, the junior point guard. Hitting one from deep, 3-point ball. It didn't necessarily seem like they were going to be attempting that based on their warm-up, but immediate impact as they've had multiple open shots count towards that 3-point field goal percentage. But as we have the junior varsity boys coming along after the conclusion of this game and then varsity to follow after that, we have halftime happening in each of those games. We're not going to announce them quite yet. During the game, you'll have to find out what's going to happen. Just another way to keep you included in the broadcast and with Oakwood Athletics as they want you to be a part of it. It's great that you can watch at home, but if you can be here in the stands, which makes us not have a job, then so be it.
A little set. Nice try there by Chin trying to beat the buzzer as like a volleyball set there up, trying to get it to just get in the last moment, but 29-0 our score at halftime, and like I said, the court's being overran by K through 5th graders getting ready to play some knockout.
Let's talk about this first half real quick because we have 10 minutes of halftime. 29-0. The Hawks dominating the Spartans, not allowing any score. Their defense is very good. The Spartans, when you look at what they've been able to do offensively, they are moving the ball. They are getting shots off, but it's not falling, and the defense of the Hawks are just not going to let up. And, of course, you have some players that are going to say, well, you know, we have the running clock. This game is going to get over with a little bit faster. Although you can always play defense, you may just not want to take the offensive route too much just for the sake of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, there's things you can work on, and I know Coach he's going over to our right, actually, here on the bench because they didn't go to the locker room. And, he's over here coaching, saying, hey, this is what we're going to work on. This is what we're going to do in second half. And then he's actually telling his girls to get up and I think they're going to be involved in this knockout competition. So, hey, even more surprises for us, right?
The Oakwood Lower School students. And I mean, just, looking at our left side here, exactly where the camera's pointing, who's your favorite out here to win?
I don't know. I mean,
there's a kid wearing green glasses. I love that. I think
maybe it's not knockout. Maybe it's around the world, it looks like. It's like we get bad information early.
Shane, we can shout out Court Jensen for that. So. It's funny, talking to Coach Jensen before, he gave us a quote that when he retires from Oakwood, this is going to be put up plastered against the wall, but he said, wins are on my side of the family, losses are on my wife's side.
Yep, absolutely. I loved it. As a coach, I get it. I understand. I love that philosophy of, hey, I get the wins, you get the losses. It's a little around-the-world action here going on both sides. Going back and forth here, giving you different looks from different angles. So, it'll be interesting here.
So you get, it looks like one shot from each, trying to make the most out of everyone.
Right. Oh, left side here, we got 1 for 1. I think the second and third shots have been the difficult ones on this side of the court here. I'm closest to us.
And I'm pretty sure we just got a 3 for 3 on the far side of the court that the camera just swung over to.
Okay. I know we got 2 for 5 on this side. Oh, there's a deep shot on the side over here.
Love the varsity team cheering on
Mason
the lower
getting that
students
shot, switching over here just as that kid hits the 2 out of 5. So I think that's the lead over here, 2 out of 5. Ooh, just comes up a little short, does that one.
Oakwood High School, or Oakwood School rather, not just the high school. Oakwood School Fan Fest. Join them for a night of Hawk Pride, free admission to all games. And that's not just here in the gymnasium, that's everywhere. High school boys soccer, high school girls basketball is what you're watching. Middle school girls soccer, middle school boys basketball, high school tennis, middle school wrestling, high school boys basketball, both JV and varsity to follow right here on NorCal Sports TV. And the high school cheer team will be a part of that varsity game as well.
We got a 3 for 5 here on this side of the court. Here's your guy with the glasses that you were rooting for on this side.
That's all right. Sometimes you miss.
Then he gets rid of the glasses. He missed one. Got to take the glasses off.
It's all right.
It's a lefty, too.
Just like Samson, the power comes from within. 0 for 3, but I love the form. Looking good. He has the power. It's getting there. Hey, he's got one.
Made 1 for 5.
Better than our cameraman Mason can do, though, so. Throwing shade, and he can't even hear us.
Right. Mason's working hard getting these great shots here for us. Come on now.
Got Mason, AB on the cameras. I thank them for joining us as well. Mason coming from a couple hours away, and AB, I just met him today.
I think he's coming from San Jose, so he didn't come too far.
Got it. So that's why he gets paid the least. So we have just a couple minutes before halftime concludes, and we'll see the Hawks and the Spartans back out there. Jeremy, 29-0. Ceiba most likely won't come back, especially with the running clock. But just for their offense, how to get around the defense and get a couple more shots up, even if they don't fall, how do you get that open shot?
Well, they've been able to work around the outside, and I think they've set a screen and trying to sidestep off the screen and get a shot up. And I think a lot of it was just nerves in that first quarter. Hey, you had 4 girls here. Things kind of didn't go well from the beginning, but I hope they can come out here in the second half and just kind of settle down and kind of run their offense and it will work with each other. They had a lot of dribbling, a lot of passing, but not a lot of moving towards the basket. And then, so I think that could be something they could continue to work on here. in the second half and hopefully get a couple shots up and get a look.
It's about 4 minutes to go before the third quarter starts, and Coach Jensen just brought over his team to tell him the halftime plan. And there is part of it where it comes to sportsmanship. And with the Jensen family, you have Dallas Jensen down at COS, you have his brother up at Feather River. They are all about sportsmanship. You know, a lot of things can happen, and sometimes, you know, if a player gets injured, it's like, man, that is a devastating hit, but it's still a game, and you have to overcome that. Right. In this situation, it's a little bit different, and so fourth quarter, we might see something completely different, but in this third quarter, I'd like to see CeCe Chen just a little bit more. She made one of the last baskets in the second quarter, and her shot form and her ability to get underneath the basket and not be fazed by any of the defensive pressure. I'd like to see her get the ball just a little bit more, and even if every single point in this third quarter comes from her, I think she has tremendous ability just from that one shot that we've seen before.
No, absolutely. I mean, you know, you see her, you might see some Garcia get involved a little bit more in the offense as well here in this third quarter. And then, like you said, in the fourth quarter, I expect to see a lot of the younger players, you know, Shin involved, as well as maybe some Natalie Chavez, some of those freshmen getting a little bit more play. We saw a couple of them, Despania, who's been involved in the offense and defensive side of the basketball, but she's still a freshman, so you can kind of have her out there and getting some experience as well. So we'll see. We got about 2.5 minutes left. We'll take a break here, get a chance to thank our sponsors, and that'll give us a chance to get reset for the second half.
I wake up every morning and I'm really excited to come to school and learn new things.
Classes are challenging, but the faculty is always ready to help you with any problems you have.
All the teachers are really fun and cool, and they give such interesting and cool projects to do.
What makes Oakwood special is that we have a nice theater program.
Oakwood is full of so many talented people and so many supportive teachers that really try to build you up to be the best you can be.
I love Oakwood because of all of its fun activities like Spirit Week and the Freedom Festival.
We help them to be brave and to take chances, and we help them to be their true selves.
The growth and transformation of the school over the last 19 years has been incredible.
I don't think there's any other school I love more than this school.
Sky's the limit for them. They could do whatever they want, and we're here to support them.
My classmates are going to be the leaders of our generation.
Second half of action here in Morgan Hill for Oakwood High School basketball. He's Jeremy Hurtado. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and the Oakwood Hawks dominating in the first of 3 games on FanFest night. Hawks really led by Wong. She was the first scorer and kept scoring, and then the rest of the team got involved, leading to a 29-0 halftime score. Second half, we talked about what we would like to see a little bit more. I want to see CeCe Chen right now starting on the bench, but the Hawks not shying away from taking that deep ball as the shot will just go short from Barlix. But this offense continues to move, but the Spartans' defense looks immensely better than what we saw in the first half. Doesn't matter for Barlix as she's able to rope that in with the right hand and put the Hawks above 30.
No, I like Barlix. I took the outside shot, looked good, just rattled off, and then able to stay with it. Could drive back in and get a shot up. get it to go. And so good work there by Barlick, the junior point guard.
It's like we had a foul underneath. So the Spartans to inbound from the baseline, gets it to the corner. That is Crystal Silva. Puts it up with the right hand, right power, wrong line, rebounded by Gianna Garcia, the junior guard. Hawks moving the ball. First one down there is Michaela Coley, the sophomore small forward.
Begging for the basketball as she had everybody beat down in court.
Swings to the top of the arc. Hawks will penetrate the middle, go up and down just outside the reach. Barlick snags it, pops it up from the short corner. Off left side, Spartans rebound, trying to use the run and gun to get there first. She does and makes the first Spartan basket. Got it to drop through. Hawks unfazed. Now just looking at their offense as the double team from the high post will lead to a three in the key. Coach Jensen, longtime coach, he looks at the score and doesn't even care. He says, we still need to play good basketball. We don't want to turn the ball over like this. We want to stay out of the key. We want to stay away from these violations. We don't want to make these mistakes. And that's what he is using this as here. And as a coach, or a former coach, at least, Jeremy, you know exactly that too.
No, and that's what I talked about earlier. You want to make sure your team is still doing the fundamentals right. And, you know, it's easy to be like, okay, yeah, you're going to win this game. Things are going well for you. But what you don't want to do is get used to just making bad passes or making bad decisions, and then that prolongs into next week's games against teams that are, you know, higher quality, and you're looking at it and saying, okay, if we get used to doing that now and we win, we're going to take advantage of that, and then we're going to feel like, oh, we can do that again next week, and then you come up and you're playing a team that's more capable and things go bad for you.
But, you know, caught on the double dribble, that'll turn it over. Looking to shoot from the corner, just hesitated a little bit too long, and she was one of the players we got to talk to before the game, and we wanted to see her score.
Yeah, she said she's more of a defense player, gritty player, get down and get the basketball. One that's going to go down and find it on the floor, but that time had a shot, a chance to shoot it rather, and like you said, just didn't take advantage of it.
It's one of the biggest things in the game of basketball is the trigger in your mind to actually make a decision. If you are able to catch and shoot without thinking twice, you are more likely to get that shot off without any defensive pressure. The longer you wait, the more time it allows the defense to get there. And this is why we see all the time chances to go into overtime are spoiled, because you want to hesitate, you want to make the right play, but by the time you think it's open, it's now closed. And you just have to get that ball out as fast as possible, whether it's a pass or a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Catch and shoot and not even have to think about it. That's what you want. You want it to just be second nature, and sometimes your brain gets in the way of the rest of your body doing the activity it has to do.
And sometimes that leads to turnovers, but other times it leads to points and, right decisions. And the less and less you really think about what you're going to do and just say, this is my decision, works out. 31-2, 3:30 to go in the third. First game going fast, as in the first quarter was a running clock decided after an 18-point lead by the Hawks.
Yeah, and so far here in this third quarter, it's 2-2, so Ceiba doing a little bit better job on the defensive end. Obviously got the first 2 points of the season and then the game for them.
Head coach Aaliyah Gomez for the Spartans able to make a couple of halftime adjustments to stop the Hawks from scoring, but who other to make the broadcasters jinx but Wong.
Yeah, Wong says, okay, how about this for scoring? And I'm just going to take it and lay it up and in, and no one's going to get in my way. No one's going to stop me. Easy basket there for the Hawks.
Takes one step, avoids the travel. Right side, deep two, front iron and out. Picked up inside the paint by Georgia Alves. And now trapped down there is Wong, and she can get herself out of that trouble easily. Leading pass up court, what a find to Zelanik. Bounce out of bounds. It's going to stay here with the Hawks. Entering into the game for the Spartans, Natalie Zarate. She will send Melissa Ireta to hit the charger. Final 2 minutes of the third. Hawks with the ball and a turnover as the pass to Wong was slightly outside and couldn't get the grasp.
Right, that's one of those things we talked about, right? That's a pass that you really, it was an open pass. You should be able to make it, and coach, as soon as it happened, coach steps over and looks at her and says, hey, come to the basketball. Quit trying to just wait for it to get there. And again, those are things that you don't want, those bad habits to kind of just seep in and create problems later on in the season.
Substitution for the Hawks. Back in is Deshpande. Bonino, Alves, Chen, and Zelanik are the others. Here's Bonino now on the wing. Goes low. Chen. There she is again. This time hangs on the rim. Double team. Power dribble. Tries to put it back up. And this will stay here with the Hawks. Deshpande from the outside. Swings it to the top. Zelanik finds the corner for Bonino. Trying to get it to the post. Chen unable to receive the pass. Is getting in the way is Crystal Silva. Spartans, decent ball movement. It's just the lack of receiving that is the issue. They're getting the ball kind of where it needs to be, but you really need to focus on grabbing that ball instead of turning towards the hoop before you have true possession.
Yeah, and they've gotten more shots up here in the third quarter than they did in the first half. So, like I said, I really just think it's kind of playing more games and being more involved with your teammates and get a chance to know where they are. That they got some girls who have some decent-looking shots when they can get them up.
Shot clock turned off, and with the running clock, the final 10 seconds continues to tick down. The Hawks will get the possession here, which means the Spartans will get it to start the fourth quarter as we have a Hawks lead 33-2 over the Spartans. You're watching Oakwood High School basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Ten seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Oakwood basketball 33, Spartans 2 over the Ceiba College Prep team. 2 points in the three quarters, but their offense or defense looking magnificently better starting that second half. Head coach Aaliyah Gomez, of course, struggling with this team, the conference, or the league rather, being at the very bottom of the entirety of the league shows what kind of team they are. And of course, you don't necessarily want to talk about that per se, but when you really look at it, making halftime adjustments, able to keep a team from scoring more than 5 points, scoring 2 yourself, that's a magnificent change from what we saw in the first two quarters.
Yeah, and it's just, like I said, I think it's just experience. And then you look at, there's a lot of youth out there, a lot of underclassmen there for Ceiba, and they're just trying to make things happen.
So 33-2, the Hawks leading the Spartans. Hawks just 8 minutes away from getting their 6th straight victory as Bonino will swing this away. Could have been a beautiful assist. I don't know how she got that to the open Georgia Alves, but that will then lead to a jump ball, and that'll stay with the Hawks on this offensive side as Chen a little slow to get up.
Yeah, Chen's got a ankle issue here.
I'll look at her, and that'll give us another chance for you to look at one of our lovely sponsors of Oakwood High School basketball on NorCal Sports TV. (33-2), Oakwood leading the Ceiba College prep team. Chen went down, unfortunately, with a left ankle injury. Coach Jensen still attending to her while the rest of the teams are at the bench. The clock has been stopped at 7 minutes, 17 seconds as we get a look at that play just prior, or actually from a little while ago, as Wong was able to drop that in. But Chen finally back to her feet, getting walked off by Court Jensen. And Jeremy, Chen being injured in a game like this, you never want to see an injury, and it even hurts more when it happens at this time.
Yeah, but I mean, it's easy for me to say. I'm sitting here in the chair, but, it's one of those things, basketball, rolled ankle, it's going to happen, and you don't want it to happen ever, but it's one of those things that just kind of go with it, and, getting an ice pack on it, or right now they are as some of the assistant coaches, so one of those things that I think she's going to be okay, and looks in good spirits as she's getting some, attendance from some of her teammates. And so
the Hawks break the huddle as Chen will rest on the bench. And so they have Alves, Bonino, Deshpande, Zelanik, and Coley out there on the court, trying to wrap things up here in Morgan Hill for game 1 of 3. Junior varsity to follow. 5:30, I believe, is the start time. And then at 7 o'clock, varsity boys, both of those teams playing Pacific Grove, which should be a little bit more competition. And we'll have a special halftime on both as well. And if you're in the area, make your way down to Oakwood School, as they have free admission to all games, not just basketball, but also soccer, tennis, wrestling, all happening tonight. And free food. Who doesn't like free food?
Absolutely. Hey, you had me at free food. Free hot dogs being handed out front, so get a chance to get yourself a little snack. Come in inside and watch some basketball. So
Bonino will make her way to the baseline to put this into play.
Oh, wide open down low, just missed it.
Had Michaela Coley, but of course you never look really down on the block unless it's the first thing you're looking at, just in case that is there. So being 3 seconds late after getting the ball handed to her, you don't really want to force that into the middle.
Chavez checking in for Oakwood.
Natalia Chavez, the freshman. Have 3 freshmen on the roster, the varsity roster. And, some of these teams in the PCAL have enough players to run a varsity, junior varsity.
I think that was a 3-point shot. It was there by España, so
Spartans making their second shot of the game. But some of these teams in the PCAL, they have enough players to field a full varsity team with just seniors. Their junior varsity is juniors and sophomores, and then they have a freshman team. A nice block down low by Silva. Denies that one. Bonino going down the middle, just rims off the left side. Leading pass can go back-to-back on possessions. Great defense by Michaela Coley, but an offensive board will keep the Spartans with it. They're playing 5-on-4 as Alves was heading the other direction, thinking that the Hawks had it. Deep ball misses everything. Picked from the air by Gabby Zelanik. Bonino looking, finally getting it to her. Coley, one of the top 3 leading scorers, unfortunately unable to convert on the fast break. Down the lane, got it to go. Another one from the Spartans. 2 baskets made in the last 3 possessions. That was from Evelyn Velasquez. The Spartans with a 5-point quarter, and they're just halfway through in a running clock.
No, like I said, I just feel like that they're finally kind of feeling, hey, this is what it is. We played basketball, and like I said, it's just that experience factor. You got some young players out there on the court for the Spartans, and then they're able to kind of learn and then grow up right here in front of your eyes, right? That first quarter, they were clearly outmatched, and again, they opened the game with 4 players, so that doesn't help anything either, but still credit to them for staying out here, and then they're playing, and they're working on things and getting better.
Court Jensen timeout with the Oakwood Hawks. 3:21 to go in the fourth, the 33-7 game. The Oakwood Hawks leading the Ceiba College Prep Spartans. You're watching Oakwood High basketball on NorCal Sports TV. Just over 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Hawks starting out FanFest with a victory. We'll see if the junior varsity and varsity levels can follow suit and go 3 for 3 tonight, and the rest of the school as well. Soccer, tennis, wrestling, all of them can follow suit and maybe go, I believe there's 9 games in total today. Maybe go 9 for 9 if everyone else can get the same treatment. Knockdown triple from the outside. The Spartans offense just unleashing everything they have, and Azalea Espinosa able to put the Spartans in double digits.
And that's 2 threes by Espinosa, and so like I said, they could shoot. Now she's going to get a steal.
Lost the handle, back in the hands with the right-hand rope. Stolen by Bonina off the board. Here she goes, down the lane, right-hand finish, smokes the layup. Taken by Velasquez. Tries to run and gun the other direction. Stopped by the presence of Alves. They'll swing the ball wide open left side. They have a wide open Ceiba. Decides to try to drive. Bonilla, a little body bump. Forced the ball out of her hands and back into Espinosa. Ceiba double teamed. Great defensive pressure. Gives it up straight to the defense. Taken by Chavez.
Starters coming back in for Oakwood.
Nearly a full substitution. The 4 new players on the court for Oakwood.
A little message being sent there by Coach, right?
And I do believe 4 of the 5 starters for Oakwood, and immediately makes the impact. I mean, my goodness, Kaylee Barlicks, the junior guard, one of the top 3 scorers, immediately goes in and knocks it down from the corner. I mean, what more can you ask for from your starters?
No, absolutely. And they were on the bench. The coach didn't like what he saw, puts them back in, the instant offense back in. That time, another shot deep by Velasquez.
Leading past the cherry pick and the finish. Michaela Coley, she's one of the top 3 leading scorers as well, but she's always the first one down the court. If no one sees her and you're able to pass the ball there,
just throw it to her.
That's the reason.
Get it to her, right? I mean, she's going to work hard to get up depth court and be the first one back. Go give her the basketball.
Ceiba trapped, gives it up. 15-footer, looks good and battles its way out. Doesn't want to stay put as the final minute starts to tick down inside the Oakwood Gymnasium. Wonder if eventually this will be the Jensen Court, the Jensen Gymnasium.
The house that Jensen built.
Or the court. Remember, no backcourt 10-second violation in high school girls basketball, so the Hawks can take as long as they want to get that past the midway point, but there is a 17-second differential between shot and game clock as it's not even going to matter. Gianna Garcia, the junior guard, knocks it down from 16 feet, gives the Hawks a 30-point advantage. Shot clock now turned off, awaiting the final seconds and the final buzzer. Rebound, Wong. She'll go down the sideline. Will they look to score one final time? Wong's going to say yes as she gets it up, even through the hand on the ball from Espinoza. Goes right up with power and strength. And the final 2 seconds ticks off. There's the buzzer. And the Oakwood Hawks girls varsity basketball team has their 6th straight victory in the PCAL. Now moving on to 5-1 at home. The dominating fashion, 42-10. Prior 2 years in similar fashion in 2025 denied Ceiba victories as it was 40-16 in their last meeting, 42-12 in the game prior, and now in 2026 starting off with a 42-10 victory. Oakwood Hawks look to continue their season as against Harbor tomorrow out of Santa Cruz. They'll be right back here at home though. You can come watch that game in Morgan Hill. But until then, and for us next, it's junior varsity basketball for the boys and varsity to follow after that. Subscribe to NorCal Sports TV. Like, follow for Jeremy Hurtado, the rest of my NorCal Sports TV crew. I've been the voice of choice, Levi Flores. This is Oakwood High School basketball on NorCal Sports TV.
Thank you so much.